Broadway star Jonathan Groff, aka Kristoff from Frozen, and Holden Ford from Mindhunter.
Yes.
Kia ora, welcome to New Zealand.
Thank you. Kia ora.
Kia ora. All right, we've got some questions from kids.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Bring it, yes.
All right.
Hey, I'm Bella. I was wondering what you were doing when you first found out you were going to be on Frozen.
Hi, Bella. When I first found out I was going to be on Frozen, I was in an apartment in Chicago working on another TV show, and my agents called me to tell me that I had gotten the part, but I was in the bathroom or something and I missed the call, but there was a voicemail. But the voicemail was not them telling me I'd gotten the job. The voicemail was them thinking they had hung up, and we're all saying to each other, okay, so I guess we'll just call him back in an hour or something. And the casting director was also on the line, and she said, will you please make sure that I'm also on the line when you tell him that he got the job, because I love being on the line for these calls. It's like why I do what I do. And so I found out I got it through kind of a conference call where they thought they had hung up but accidentally left me a voicemail.
That's a fantastic story.
Yeah.
What happened when you called them back?
No one has ever asked me that, so thank you, Bella.
What happened when you called them back?
I called them back and they said, we have some good news, and then I just let them tell me the good news.
Just pretended like you didn't hear the
Yes,
first bit.
yeah. I didn't pretend, I just sort of allowed them to speak and didn't let them know
And
about
let them
their faux
bask
pas.
in their glory for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, my name's Genevieve and I'm 6. What's your favourite song from Frozen? Mine's Do You Want to Build a Snowman?
Hello, Genevieve. I love that song too. I think my favorite song from the show, from the movie, I should say. Oh, I'm just gonna go really cliche and say Let It Go. I just love that song so much. And I went to go see the out-of-town tryout of the musical in Denver in its pre-Broadway tryout. And Let It Go is the end of the first act. And it's incredible. It's just an incredible song. It's the defying gravity of Frozen.
It's an anthem of a young generation.
Yes. And it's about, it also weirdly kind of fits along with the hashtag Time's Up, movement. It's like female empowerment and a woman coming into her own power, and that just, to me, I'm just so happy that little girls all over the world are being handed the message of Frozen.
My name is Hannah and I'm 7 years old. And who's your favourite character in Frozen?
Hi, Hannah. My favorite character is Olaf because he's so funny. And and he's, no matter how many times I hear that voice or hear a joke that he said before, I still find it hilarious every time.
Hi, I'm Miriam and I am 9 years old. Have you been in any other movies apart from Frozen?
Hi, Miriam. I have been in other movies apart from Frozen, but I haven't been in any movies as gigantic as Frozen. Frozen's definitely the biggest movie I've ever been in.
Hi, my name is Ben, and do you like video games, and if you do, what is your favourite?
Ben, great question. I grew up playing I don't play modern video games, but I grew up playing Nintendo obsessively. And I'm the youngest of 2. I wonder where Ben falls in on that. I wish he was speaking live so I could ask him. But I spent a lot of time watching my older brother play video games, where I was not necessarily allowed to play, but I would watch them. And then I would beat him at the video games because I'd spent so much time studying while he was playing. And then when I was doing Hamilton on Broadway, I shared a living space in the theater with Lynn. And Lynn, who played Hamilton and wrote Hamilton, would play video games and I would watch him, and it was a throwback to my childhood.
What video games have we played in the dressing room?
So he was playing a lot, and the reason it was like a throwback was I played DuckTales a lot on Nintendo, and they've reissued DuckTales for, I can't remember what game system it was that Lynn had in the dressing room, but I was watching him play DuckTales.
Were you old enough to remember Sega? Or
Yeah,
Sega,
of course,
as we call it in New Zealand?
Yeah, Sega. Yeah, Sega and Nintendo were competing with each other. Yeah, and I played Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, and Alex the Kid?
Yes! Forgot about that one. Yes. I played Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega It was like it was almost like the Game Boy, but I can't remember what the equivalent of that was for Sega. But my friend had Alex the Kid on his actual Sega.
I was just wondering what your favourite ice cream flavour was.
Was and is black raspberry.
Have you tried Hokey Pokey yet?
No.
Since you've been in New Zealand?
No, I've never even heard of it.
That is it. We need to stop this interview right now and go and get some Hokey Pokey ice cream.
Okay, great.
Okay, cool. Couple more questions.
Okay.
My name is Anna. I'm 9 years old and I like musicals. What's your favourite musical?
Anna, it's not even fair because you didn't even tell me your favorite musical. If I had to pick one in this moment, and it's Ask Me Again Tomorrow because it would be different. Chicago.
Why?
Love Chicago. I could listen to Chicago every day. I love its relevance. I'm obsessed with Bob Fosse. I just think it's funny and biting and political and entertaining all at the same time. Political, theatrical, dramatic, moving, scary, funny. It's got a dancing. It's got it all for me. It makes sense to me why that show has been running in New York for decades.
And the last question is from Zoe, who's aged 32 and a half. And she says, do you want to come to karaoke with me later? And if so, what's your go-to karaoke song?
I would not say yes to generic karaoke because I don't like karaoke, but with Zoe it's different because she's so lovely and charming that I would go to karaoke with her. But the only song, my go-to song is usually a duet, so maybe it would be like I would go with Zoe only if she would sing with me. And it's Islands in the Stream, the Dolly Parton. Do you know that song?
I do.
Dolly Parton and, oh my gosh, and... Baby, when I met you, there was peace unknown. Who's the famous singer that sings Islands in the Stream? We have to Google it.
Okay, quick.
I'm Googling it right now. Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers.
Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers. All right. Can we shake on that?
Yes. Shake.
Yeah, so we'll go to karaoke and eat Hokey Pokey ice cream.
Deal.
It's been an absolute pleasure, Jonathan Groff.
Absolute pleasure for me as well.